Hi there, my name is Leif Gergersen and I'm with Healthy Place Surviving Stigma Blogs. I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about stigma and about how it can get away with your goals and how you can stop it from getting in the way of your goals. Now, if you're watching this blog, I'm assuming you're either a family member or a person with a mental illness. So I want to give you a bit of a background. Now, people who suffer from a mental illness can sometimes have seething symptoms that don't come forward, that aren't dealt with for quite a while. And people can bully them at school. People can stigmatize them, when they're trying to get a job or any number of things. And then when they finally do accept treatment, they can have an even harder time. I just want to prepare you a little bit for what would happen in an example of someone needing treatment. Say a person has a breakdown. Maybe they go to the hospital. Maybe they just see a doctor and deal with their treatment. And so what happens next is they're put on medication, and usually a heavy dose. And right away, the doctors don't always know how to treat the illness. They haven't diagnosed the person. As an example, schizophrenia, a very common illness, affects 1 in 100 people. Schizophrenia can take years to diagnose, but hopefully by the time the person's gone to the hospital, there's enough evidence backing up to get a quick diagnosis. And then they start to scale back the medications when the person's feeling better, and eventually they're released either to go home or to go to their own place. Not always do people go right back to school. Stress and mental illness is a very difficult thing. Among other things, alcohol, mental illness are definitely something you should not mix, especially when the person's medicated. And marijuana and mental illness is very detrimental. It can make a person a lot worse. But the thing is, there's a lot of stigma, and some of it comes from the person themselves, who feel, okay, well, I've got this illness, I can't do any of the things I set out to do in life. There can also be a case where a person sees that mentally ill person and is prejudiced against them because of their illness. As before, they pick on them, they bully them. This can happen even in later life, in a workplace or whatever. But usually a person starts to make friendships and groups of people and form bonds with groups of people who will understand. And so it's really just a matter of time. And over time, a person has a huge chance of recovery from a mental illness, especially if they don't let stigma stop them. Because there are many people who have gone back to school. There are many people who have gone back to work. And you just have to keep your goals in mind. I recommend that everyone write down their goals, shoot for their goals, check the progression of their goals, keep a journal. They've got dreams. I did it myself when I was younger, and it worked miracles, although I kind of wish I should have put down, I had put down that I wanted to be a writer rather than that I wanted a motorcycle and some other things. I did get my motorcycle, but it didn't give me as much joy as writing does. But regardless, here I am working for Healthy Place and writing a couple of books and different things like that. So anyhow, just to sum up quickly, don't let mental health stigma get in the way. If people are stigmatizing you, limit your contact with them. And even if you have some symptoms, things will get better. You will learn to manage what symptoms you have. You will learn to manage your medications. And you will learn to manage your friendships. And when all these things get into that optimal range, your life is going to get a whole lot better. So hang in there, and thanks for listening.